A very good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome everyone of you to the technical session one. We have four presentations in this technical session, and the chair for this session is Dr. Sanjay Verma, who is conference chair also. Welcome, sir. And we have two co-chairs, Dr. Deepa Chair and Dr. Viki Divasa. They will be judging all the presentations based on four criteria. The this judgment will be on the research papers which we have brought. That holds 50% of the marks. And then how you present and you answer the questions at least to 10 marks each. And 20% of the marks is on the relevance of your research and the practical aspect. Okay. So the application of the research has 20% of the marks. In total it is 100. So I only get 20 minutes to speak. 15 minutes to speech or presentation, 5 minutes for question and answer. And 10 minutes to give away of the business, so you know that only 5 minutes is left to wind up your presentation. So I will go back to the presentation today. And the first presentation is from Abhinav Kumar Pujari. I will be talking about cooperative societies in India, historical development, legislative framework, and the role as an effective way of
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, all the panel members and all the participants present here. So the topic of my presentation, cooperative societies in India, their role as an effective wheel in implementing the sustainable development goals in rural India. So earlier we used to know that, yeah, cooperative society were considered as an effective instrument for implementing all the government schemes that used to come at the rural level. But now they are also looked as the implementation tool for the sustainable development goals. So my study is all focused mainly on how these cooperative societies are impacting the sustainable development goals that are from 1 to 17. So currently, after the formation of Ministry of Cooperation, the government took 54 initiatives via the Ministry of Cooperation. And first, how these initiatives impacted the primary level cooperative societies at the rural level, how they are impacting the life of the rural people, and overall the SDGs are getting impacted. So for that, in the introductory part, like how the initiative of Ministry of Cooperation of integrating the common service center services with PACs, how they support SDG 9 and SDG 10 by expanding rural access to government services and digital infrastructure. That you will come to know about the qualitative study that is provided. Then how the digitalization of the CRCS portal at the central level and the RCS portal at the state level, they have enhanced the communication and operational efficiencies in between the cooperative societies at various multi-state as well as at the primary level cooperative societies to the state RCS offices. Contributing to SDG 9, that is industry innovation and infrastructure. Then how the digitalization of PACs have contributed to SDG 9. Then initiatives such as distributing micro ATM cards and Rupee Kisan credit cards, how they align with the SDG 1 and SDG 8, like improving the no poverty level is there, and decent work and economic growth condition is also there. Then how the establishment of the three multi-state cooperative societies like national level export societies of Bharati Beej Sahkari Samiti, how they are impacting, all you will come to know about the various aspects of this study. Now, basically the study aims to understand the role of cooperative societies in India in contributing its achievement to sustainable development goals, particularly to the aspect of hunger or the improvement in the poverty level at the rural level. Then also by this study, we'll get to understand the impact of government initiatives, the 54 initiatives that we are taken by the Ministry of Cooperation since its inception from 2021, how they are impacting the current cooperative societies action at the rural level by their policy framework. So methodology, coming to the methodology, the study adopts a mixed method approach where we combine the qualitative and quantitative data collection method. In the qualitative data collection method, the surveys and analysis of government reports, cooperative records, and SDG progress matrices have been taken. They have been compared. For the cooperative records, personal visit to the few cooperatives in Orissa state, Haryana, Haryana, and Gujarat have been made by me during my official tour. So there also some impactful study have been taken out via personal discussion with the PAC, with the secretary of the PAC, how they are working, their day-to-day operations. By that discussion, we have tried to find out how the qualitative data, by the qualitative data, how they are impacting the SDGs at various levels. Then in the quantitative data, we have gathered interviews with the cooperative members, board members, and the officers also in the RCS office from the cooperative department. So a field study is performed in some cooperative societies, like in Orissa, we have taken two districts, Kyonchar and Mayurbhanj. In Kyonchar, three service cooperative societies have been taken. Tatara Service Cooperative Society, Fakirpur Service Cooperative Society, and Kesaturapur Service Cooperative Society. One thing common in all the three were that their secretaries were old, but they were much aware of the initiatives that were taken by the Ministry of Cooperation. They were diversifying their business in petrol pump or food grain storage. They are like in at Orissa level, they have applied for various business opportunities. Even they were connected to the Pani Samiti scheme. They were taking the this LPG distribution scheme of the government, and by that they were actually getting benefited at the rural level. Their business opportunities were also increasing, and their members were also getting prosperous with all the business diversification the cooperative societies were going through. In Mayurbhanj district, the interesting thing observed was the secretaries of Tamakunda lamps, Rasogobindpur lamps, or whatever lamps, they were young people in between the age of 25 and 30. So apart from getting diversifying their businesses, they were also getting connected to the PM Kisan Samriddhi Kendra, and our society IFCO, we are also helping them. Even we have provided them with all the kind of innovative setups. We have provided them with the personal television and other necessary office equipment so that they can function just like our offices function at state or central level. So, being the young secretaries, they were very easily getting benefited, and they were taking those operational activities in action. So because of that, the SDG parameters were seen to be impacted. All the SDGs that were getting impacted by the study of these two districts can be provided via the research paper only. Then in Haryana, the Sancholi packs, these packs, other than distributing fertilizers, they were also doing the business of loan, providing small ticket loans to the their members only, strictly to their members, and the members were getting benefited by their by getting easily doing their day-to-day activities or day-to-day small businesses, whatever they are in. Then this was contributing to SDG 1 of and SDG 2, 1 of no poverty, and SDG 2 and SDG 3 was also getting impacted. Likewise, Pradesh Cooperative Federation was also visited in UP. And in Mujkuwa Milk Producer Cooperative Society, Anand, apart from their milk collection at the society level, they are having their own solar irrigation society also. So by that, they were providing electricity to their members. So that was also another point by which they were providing benefits to their members. So findings from this study was that cooperative society in India have been instrumental in poverty alleviation and employment generation. At the same time, they are also getting providing benefit to the rural people and helping in the SDG ecosystem at the rural point. Then efforts like the digitalization of PACs and its integration with the Common Service Center have enhanced the rural access to the government services, like the members can have all the IT services like getting book their tickets or other services what we take in the urban areas, they can avail it in the rural areas also. Policies mandating women representation in cooperative board also contribute to the gender equality objective of SDG that can be seen at the primary level cooperative society. In Orissa, the societies, their model bylaws already got amended. Their bylaws get amended as per the model bylaws, and they were taking the part of representation of women in their board. Then cooperative in dairy, fisheries, and agricultural contributes significantly to rural livelihood. That we can understand from the paper study, the qualitative study that is provided, and how they are contributing to the food security and financial inclusion. Then some innovative cooperatives can also be are also taken as an example, like Dhundi Saur Urja Utpadak Sahkari Mandali. They are working on the concept of solar irrigation. Like they have taken their own solar irrigation setup, and by which they are providing electricity to their members. Then Satara Water Cooperative Foro in Maharashtra. They are benefiting their members by providing the water facility to them. And in Pune, there is also one cooperative, Swachh Cooperative, that is also being studied in the qualitative discussion. They are acting as a waste collector, and they are collecting the waste. So that we can seen in the study also, and they are contributing the SDG 7 and climate action SDG 30 results. So from the study, you can understand that how cooperative societies are pivotal in achieving the SDGs through various impacts, and the policy alignment and awareness, if can improved by further government initiatives, then they can help to provide more benefit to its members. And by fostering collaboration and pooling resources, cooperative overcome individual limitations. Then suggestions that can be provided is that there is a need for increased infrastructural support that we can provide it via the help of the state government. Then training and awareness of the members of the society also needs to be improved. That can be done by the initiatives that are taken by the state as well as at the central government. That is already being in the plan of the central government too. Then cooperative societies should be encouraged to diversify services and partner with government schemes to strengthen cooperative roles in achieving SDGs. Like what we observed in Orissa, same model can be achieved or can be ensured that they are implemented in other states too, like Bihar or Jharkhand or any other state. Then continuous evaluation and modification of policies are crucial at the primary society level. Means the model bylaws needs to be their bylaws needs to be particularly amended or strictly amended as per the model bylaws suggested by the central government. Then last suggestion is institutional support and partnership are also necessary to overcome the challenges and optimize the cooperative's contribution to development. So by this, I will end my presentation. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raghu. I ask the panelists to please ask your question.
Abhinav,
Yes.
we have to appreciate your boldness because the title says that cooperative societies in India, historical development, legislative framework, and their role as an effective in implementing SDGs in rural India, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. So that means your study is pan-India study. Entire India will cover is one point. Whether the title is right or wrong, we have to just ascertain, right? And second point is that you have covered three areas. One is government initiatives, new initiatives by the Ministry of Cooperation. Second one is SDGs, and then your sample societies, right? So this part, whether it correlates with the study and also the objectives, right? Because you mentioned that historical development legislative framework. Have you made any presentation or any findings on that area? It's lacking. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Just note down and then we will come to it later.
Yes, sir.
And another one is you say that it is a mixed method. Both quantitative and qualitative data you have selected.
Yes.
Right? So quantitative data, at least we can rationalize, okay, quantitative data is available. So how is it possible for you to go for a qualitative data and collecting information, whether you have got any um, schedule or list of questions, I mean, just like handouts, did you kept and then collected data, or it was a focus group discussion? What was the methodology you adopted?
For
Right?
qualitative discussion, yeah.
Just note it down and
Yeah,
give the answer for it. And then another thing is that your sample, right?
Yes, sir.
Sample. You have selected 4 states, right? What is the basis for that? That is one thing. Second one is, in the case of PACs, you have selected 7, totally it is 9 societies, right? Out of which credit cooperatives are 7, and only 1 cooperative was selected from dairy, and 1 is from fisheries, right? Right. Even in the PACs also, it's lamb society, isn't it? It's not PACs. Lamb means the tribal societies,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So that is another lacuna you find. How you justify that? That you have to say. And what are all the parameters you have selected for justifying your topic? Or otherwise we say that what is the variables you have selected for the title justification? And in the findings, and you say it is result. What is findings? What is result? Whether it is the result is suggestion, or what is that result? What is the difference you see between findings and results? What we found is that the results are nothing but suggestions, right? Whereas there is no mention about Dund cooperative. It is totally different. It is not related. No government initiative has been made particularly on the solar. This Dund is solar. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. So no way it is related with your title. And just like that, it was a passing comment only. No way it is related to your topic also, right? And the suggestions are sweeping only, not based on the findings which you have made.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Please.
Can I answer this?
I have
Yes,
one more
One
question.
Yeah.
Do you think the samples which you have covered, they are representative of the entire study like that? Or do you think that what needs to be done? I'm not, in fact, criticizing it, but I'm just wanting it that do you think that they are representative, the samples which you have covered are representative of the entire study like that?
I have also a few questions. First of all, congratulations for your presentation. I'm also a research officer and I'm a PhD, so was able to judge your methodology and what you have used. In your sampling, data collection, you have mentioned qualitative data and quantitative data. Those two terminology itself is wrong. You have to use the word primary data or secondary data. Qualitative method and quantitative methods are different. Whatever study which you have done is qualitative, it is not at all quantitative. Because quantitative is something which is directly measured. But here we are measuring the perceptions, the ideas. So it is already a qualitative research. But the data which you have collected based on the survey, by studying the reports and surveys, that is the secondary data and the primary data which you have collected. First point. Second, when we talk about research, what we expect as researchers that there should be some methodology based thing. But what I was just seeing your presentation, there is no methodology. So there is no there is no test which is involved in it. Like suppose uh,
Shrija, what we'll do is that I think justify this point,
Yeah.
and then at the end we'll say that whether it is
research
acceptable or
on that. No, I'm not commenting on whether it is accepted or not. Nowhere in that position to comment. I'm just saying that the methodology part is lagging because there is no analysis. Analysis should be there, no? Some data collection, some analysis, and then the result comes. But it is more of a suggestion, a recommendation which you might have given, but there is no analysis of your data. So these two things I have pointed out in your research. Rest you can answer. Thank you.
Okay. So in the presentation, it was not possible to cover the entire aspect of the whole research paper. As you see, the whole research paper is of near to 10 to 12 pages. So when you will go in the depth, so you will understand that the qualitative aspect is covered by the study of the various like whenever the initiatives have been taken by the government of India, by the Ministry of Cooperation, how they impacted the rural people, that was collected through the various interviews or various journals that was rural based. Then the quantitative study, the purpose of selecting only these 7 samples.
One will say,
Yeah.
because this point you say that it's quality data, whatever the initiatives government has made, you say no. All these initiatives are very recent. Even
Yeah.
they have not, most of the initiatives have not even completed 1 year. So how do you find out the impact of it?
Like these initiatives are somewhere or the other, they are impacting
No,
primarily.
that is what I'm saying. Even it has not been implemented. Number of states have not implemented.
Yeah,
But
but
now we are seeing the impact of it. How is it possible?
that's the reason why these 7 districts were taken. The purpose was not to take out some analysis out of it. The purpose was to just visit those societies and to see how the members, by talking to the secretaries, by talking to the members, how they are, whether they are going for the diversification of their business, whether they are applying for the services that are distribution of LPG cylinders or pump businesses or the grain storage, whether they are taking the go down services. So the purpose was
right,
to observe the.
listen. Whether all these points are reflecting in your title.
Yes, as a study, my study was just to understand the role how cooperatives are.
Right, this is it. There has to be a coherence, right? So whatever title which you take, your introduction, your problems, objectives, methodology should have some coherence, right? And for studying that, you have to come out with some norms, or what we call it as technically variables. So what are all the variables you have selected? You say that now it is purely the title is on SDG only. So what is the SDG goals you have selected for this study, and what is the result? Simple, right? Now you are, bringing the government initiatives also into it, but it is very premature, very recent. So we cannot bring that into this, right?
But the initiatives like if it see the initiatives of the poverty elevation, like the grain storage or the loan services that are provided. So, okay, the initiatives are taken just 1 year back, but the results but the activities which the packs, some of the activities the packs were doing from earlier only. Earlier also they were doing those activities. Some of the initiatives have just acted as a catalyst in their whole process.
Now, in that case, we should not have taken the government initiatives. You should not put government initiatives, right?
Okay, I joined a little late, but from what I've heard, I think your topic is very broad, right? You tried, the effort, the intention was good, and you wanted to cover a lot. And what further, if you want to work in this area, is you can make it more specific, right? Because the SDG itself is very wide. So what one can do is relate one particular goal with some parameters, as Dr. Vijay Singh, some variables, see the relation, see the trend. तो उसको थोड़ा सा सीमित कर लो, ठीक है?
Now,
I think
please.
Tiwari ji is doing very concrete work and very laborious work. I think it's very good work. We can some research some want to some process, and she says the quantitative. Qualitative measurement is very difficult. है ना, very difficult. How to measure the impact? Impact कई तरीके, जैसे previous आपका कितना turnover था, 3 years पहले कितना था, अभी न्यू इनिशिएटिव के बाद कितना हुआ, क्वांटिटी अमाउंट कितना हुआ, पहले मेंबर्स को कितना सर्विसेज मिलता था, कितना आइटम्स आप लेते थे, कितना यहाँ पर कितना का परचेज करते थे, नाउ कितना कर रहे हैं. तो सम हाउ टू क्रिएट ए वेरिएशन कि पहले क्या था अब क्या, या जहां पर ये नई इनिशिएटिव स्टार्ट हुए उस पे और वहां जहां पर हो गए उन दोनों को कंपैरिजन, तभी तो हम इम्पैक्ट मेजर कर पाएंगे.
That comparison is provided in the research paper. If the full length presentation can be studied at one time, you can even see the comparison in the graphical form present. Like if 3 cooperatives are taken in a particular case,
variables,
then parameters or studied quantities there.
थोड़ा लेंदी काम होता है, 3-4 साल का काम होता है ना। लेकिन फिर भी जैसे मैडम बोला, स्मॉल सब्जेक्ट डीप स्टडी, छोटा सा काम ले उसमें डीप जितना कर सकते, और एक होता है वाइड, हमने एरिया ले लिया और अवेयरनेस टाइप वर्क। तो अभी जो ट्रेंड चल रहा है, आप स्मॉल टॉपिक्स ले और उसको लिए डीपली स्टडी करके आप प्रेजेंट करके एक्चुअल में बिल्कुल टोटल ऑपरेशन कर दें उस चीज का, जो भी कर। तो वैसे अच्छा है तिवारी जी, चलिए। हाँ, चलिए हम लोग तो आपस के कोई एग्जाम नहीं है, हम लोग आपस में और जो बैठे हैं उनके लिए एक एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट कर रहे हैं कि क्या और हो सकता है, क्या होना चाहिए। आपसे कुछ लेंगे, कुछ आपसे लेंगे, कुछ हम बता रहे हैं। तो जो आगे आएगी वो सब मिल के बढ़िया प्रेजेंट, वो जो है स्टडीज होंगी। बस ये एफर्ट है, कोई एग्जाम का नहीं है।
Theory, this is, we appreciate your interest
Yes,
and
sir,
also
thank you.
the effort you have put, right?
Thank you.
But justification you cannot make for this study and title and also the information which you have collected, right? Data which you have collected. What you are suggesting is that, as Dubeyji and Madam said, you can just focus on one area, in 1 or 2 states, you can make a comparison, not on the government initiatives because it is too early to comment on that. And then SDG can be at least studied. So that way you can just do it, right?
Yes.
It's very broad based, and then title your findings and results, it is not correlates with, right? Just think of it. Once again, you just go through it,
Statistical.
and then you just make a presentation. When you are coming out with a national level study, that needs more focus, more research is needed further.
Yes.
Even for secondary data also, you have to put a lot of effort.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhinav. Please submit your paper. Next in line, we have Aparimita Pramanik and Dr. Palak Gadia. They will be presenting on topic inclusion of urban young women in the cooperative structure, a case study of Srujan Cooperative. He'll repeat, alarm will buzz off at 10 minutes and then you'll get 5 more minutes to wind up your presentation.
Should we start? Namaste. I am Aparimita, and with me, Nidhi. She is the member of the cooperative about which we are going to discuss. And Srujan is a cooperative of hope and aspiration of young urban women in the city of Ahmedabad. So let's go deep in like how the Srujan cooperative has evolved, what was the requirement of the cooperative, and what are the activities of the cooperative, and what are the learnings and way forward of the cooperative. The outline of the, I'll be looking here because I'm unable to see like the far of the screen, so I'll be looking over this screen. So the outline of the presentation starts with a brief background of the SEWA. SEWA stands for Self-Employed Women's Association. It's based in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. And SEWA Cooperative Federation is the secondary level cooperative registered in Ahmedabad. And we work towards helping, providing inputs to our member cooperatives. And why the need of youth inclusion was felt by SEWA as well as SEWA Cooperative Federation, and what is the methodology of the case study of Srujan, and the impact and the learnings, challenges and all. And SEWA was founded by Shri 11 Pot, and it's inspired by the Gandhian philosophy. And we have 2.1 million informal workers as our members, and we are operated in 18 states of Gujarat. And our main goal is to provide full employment and self-reliance to informal sector women. We are a all women informal sector workers collective. And we work towards work security, income security, food security, and social security. Like in a broad gamut, I can say that we look the broad social security and economic security of informal sector women. And Shiva Cooperative Federation works in 6 sectors. Like these are service sector, dairy, savings and credit, land-based, artisan, and labor cooperatives. We have like promoted around 112 cooperatives in the state of Gujarat, and most of the cooperatives are 88% of viable, especially during the pandemic crisis. The cooperative has helped the informal sector to cope up with the economic challenges, and it has helped them to retain little bit of financial independence, which they are unable to avail because of the lockdowns. As like today is the 5 years back, the lockdown was announced and the entire nation was come to a standstill and the economy was jeopardized. During that time, the informal sector women and their cooperatives were economically viable. Looking in based on this background, we have run a program post-COVID, like 2022 onwards, and we have felt that the cooperatives have, like the member base of cooperatives are decreasing in terms of youth inclusions. Like the members are more in the age bracket of 50 onwards. So we felt that why not to work for a young cooperative and to work in a sector where the youngsters will be interested. And the needs of the cooperative has come from the members of the cooperatives. And the methodology for this case is like subjective experiences of program participants. The program is Srujan, and we like as a participant observers, we have a set of researchers. We work as participant observers, as well as we interact with the participants during the training programs, and we have conducted few in-depth interviews. And the observations of the program managers, coordinators, trainers, and mentors are also triangulated. And the background of the concept of cooperative, why the youngsters should be educated and should be taken towards the cooperative mechanism and cooperative entities, and the skill enhancement techniques and the livelihood creation, like what are the like future, the economic aspect of the job market. And the incubation programs as like at our like organization, we believe in mobilization and organization. We have cadres of work mobilizers who visit areas like with these areas like situated in the fringes of the city, urban, like Ahmedabad especially. So this the localities are like more of like informal workers, and they are the second generation seva workers. So as like I said that Seva was started by 11 Hot, and it was like created to address the economic challenges faced by the mill workers. That once the mill was closed, they are like jobless. That's why we have created like women cooperatives who will be self-sustainable and can contribute to the family, as well as standing on their own and fulfilling their security, like 3 different securities, like nutritional security, economic security, as well as the to feel secure, to feel empowered as an individual. And during this program, we provided mentoring support, especially on technical trainings. These needs for the trainings came from the area mobilization, and the population which are considered for the area mobilization was 18 to 35. These like the population who were ready to hit the market, but there was no market for the youngsters. That's why one of the member is here. She will be sharing her experience, how the Seva members approached them, how the area meetings were conducted, and how they were taken into the fold of Srijan program, where they are being taught about different trainings. And this training needs has come from them. Some of them are saying that, like, I want to be a hacker, ethical hacker, and it should not be like a limiting factor for an informal sector women, since they're like the second generation informal sector women, like why should limit their hopes and aspiration as well as the dreams just for the very traditional handicraft, agriculture, waste pickers, and other six sectors of sectors where we are working. So we thought that let's broaden our margin, or like let's broaden our periphery where we can take inside them from the fringes to the center stage, and let's bring them skills, let's make them enable to face the market. And this is the timeline of the program. The program was started in January 22. Then we have quarterly review meetings where we used to evolve how the program is progressing and what should be done. Accordingly, the program was evolved, looking into the needs as well as the trainers' feedback, the participants' feedback, as well as the evaluators' feedback. Looking in triangulating these three factors, the program was evolved. And during the evolution of the project program, we have tried to enroll them at different government-run skill and development centers to teach them computers, because the youngster told that we want to explore something very new. That's why we thought of to bring a cadre of grassroots level researchers and communicators, and who will be working for our communication team, as well as we used to link them with other private partners who like on demand basis. And these participants are trained in reel making, content writing, as well as grassroots, like they can conduct small focus group discussions, and some of them are like bright enough to prepare guidelines for the research works. Throughout the journey of the Srujan program, we have a strong like group of mentors. Where I will say that during any incubation program, especially for youngsters, mentorship is what that holds the key. The mentors need to be very empathetic, need to understand the changing requirement of the market. During the morning session, we are thinking like why youngsters are not coming to the fold of cooperative structure, because perhaps the cooperative is not catering to the needs of the demands of the markets as well as the demands of the youngsters. If we can fulfill demand of the youngsters, the supply of the creative energy has no limit. They will definitely come and join, which we have experimented and also witness and create evidence that yes, youngsters are ready to take the center stage. If we will provide them ample trainings, mentoring support, as well as livelihood linkages, they will come, and there will be a bunch of bubbling, energetic people who will come together helping each other. And the basic principle of cooperative is that it need to be, they should come on their own. It's democratic and it's member based, and the primary goal of a cooperative is that they should be self-reliant and they should be in a position to manage on its own. So these are the few snaps of the area meetings as well as the trainings we conduct. These are the technical trainings, and we also take them to different places, to our sister cooperative for exposure visit, so that they will visualize the experiential learning which has also come up this in the morning session. Like until and unless they see something, they touch something, why should they will be interested? To be interested, I need to touch it, feel it, then I'll internalize it. For this, the exposure visits, like every month we plan exposure visits. And of course, no program is like there is like lots of challenges while we run a program. However, like we may have a very programmatic approach, everything written on the still, but they still sometimes get erased by the waves of challenges. These like the challenges, like we have to engage the young mind very rigorously, very creatively, because that's the creative energy which can bring the youngsters to one platform. And retention and motivation was like one of the very challenging factor for the program team. And these are the challenges of program team. And now we have Nidhi. She is the member of Srujan Cooperative. She will tell her perspective, her journey, her hopes, her aspirations, and what she thinks of about the cooperative movement and what her association has been with the program. Over to Nidhi now.
Hello, I am Nidhi and I am from Ahmedabad, and I am part of Srujan program, and also I am part of the Seva Federation, Seva Cooperative Federation. एज ए चैलेंजिंग की बात करें तो हमारे यहाँ मतलब जो गर्ल्स है उनके पेरेंट्स अलाउ नहीं करते कहीं पे जाने के लिए, और हमारी जो मीटिंग्स होती है वो मिनिमम 4 से 5 घंटे की होती है, जो ट्रेनिंग सेशन रहते हैं वो भी 4 से 5 घंटे के रहते हैं। तो मतलब कोई ऐसे पेरेंट्स होते हैं कि नहीं हम अलाउ नहीं करेंगे हमारी मतलब जो बेटियां होती है उनको, तो फिर हम लोग जाते हैं वहाँ पे, और फिर हम उनको मनाते हैं कि आपकी बेटियां सुरक्षित है, मतलब हम लोग ऐसे ट्रेनिंग करवाते हैं। फिर हम उनके साथ ऐसे बात करते हैं, फिर वो ऐसे मान जाता है कि हाँ कि अभी हम लोग ऐसे भेजेंगे। तो फिर हमारे थोड़ा 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 करके अभी हमारे 40 मतलब 30 से आई है, मतलब जो बेटियां हैं हमारी वो भी मतलब जो बहन है हमारे, तो वो आई थिंक 30 तक पहुंची है। तो हम लोगों की ऐसा इच्छा है कि एज ए फ्यूचर हम लोग ऐसी मंडली बनाए जो वीडियोग्राफी करती हो, और फिर जो कैमरा है जो रील्स मेकिंग करती हो, तो वो कहीं पे जाके, क्योंकि जो बहनें हैं हमारी जो अनपढ़ है उनको कुछ आता है नहीं इतने मतलब फोन के अंदर, तो फिर हमको ऐसी इच्छा है कि हम लोग उनको मतलब वीडियो के थ्रू हम लोग उनको ऐसे समझाए कि ऐसे ऐसे वीडियो बनाते हैं, और फिर हम लोग उन लोगों को फिर ऐसे बताए कि हाँ इसको आप ऐसे करो। तो हम लोग ऐसे फोटो के थ्रू, फिर फेसबुक है, लिंक्डइन है, फिर व्हाट्सएप के थ्रू हम लोग अभी एक जो न्यूज लेटर बोलते हैं वो भी हम लोग अभी रखने वाले हैं। तो फिर इसके थ्रू हम लोग उनको अभी जो हमारी जो बहनें हैं उनको अभी हम आगे बढ़ाने वाले हैं।
Yeah, I'll pitch in now. Ben is like sister in Gujarat. Like we address each other as Ben. So that's Nidhi was referring to the Ben. And the learning of this incubation program is that the youngsters require constant handholding, and the program need to be community based because it's very difficult to run program individual basis, uh, and in the cooperative we require at least 51 members, especially in Gujarat we need 51 members to get registered as a cooperative. So if the program is community based, there will be like community participation and it's easy to handle at the cooperative level. And most of the training programs are co-designed, like the participants design themselves, we as mentors guide them what need to, what really working not working we just monitor, but it's co-designed by the participants. And we are co-creating a cadre of leaders who will be taking care of their own members, and they will be taking care of their needs and challenges. And at last, I want to say that incubation is a it's absolutely time consuming process. It requires lots of patience, perseverance, as well as creative inflow of energy from both the sides. It's not only the program team need to be creative, the reciprocants like our participants also need to be creative enough to capture the flow of the program team. When that happens, that proper synchronization is like the ultimate incubation program any cooperative or any organization can think of. That's how we have named our like cooperative as Srujan. It's a like hub of creative energy and creative source. So with this, I'll thank uh, that's this. And the way forward is that we are planning to uh, register this group of young communicators and researchers as a cooperative, and continuous capacity building and skill enhancement has to be done. And there must have a proper business like business plan as well as the governance and compliance issue need to be taught to the cooperative members. Until and unless the members know how to run it, it's very difficult. It's a program. We can run it for 3 years, 4 years, but after that, it's their own cooperative. It has to be run by them, of them, and for them. That's how it's a democratic process, and it's their cooperative. And I'm dedicating this through a presentation to our cooperative, like the members of our student team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Seva team, to bring out such an innovative, impactful case study in front of us. I will now ask our experts to ask your questions.
Congratulations, you have come out with a very good cooperative, right? That's one thing. It's, as you said, it's a case study, but our focus, and I don't know whether I have to just share it with my co-judges also, because it's a research conference. Normally we expect that how you identified the problem. So what are all the, I'll just come out and then take down. Probably somebody came to Seva and then asked for such a cooperative, or you yourself identified that there are some problems with the people, or how this issue came to you. This is basic thing. Second, how you approached that problem. So you found out that there is a problem, some issues are there. So what is the approach you made? So in the approach, what are the problems that you identified? One is from them you identified. Second one is that when you practically went to the field and then collected, because you say that you conducted number of meetings and then from that you have identified, isn't it? So what is the way through which you identified that these are all the issues they have? Right? That is second point. Third one is that you say that urban young women. So urban young women, what is your target group? Entire urban women of that particular area, or whether you segmented them, whether exclusively from slum areas or semi slum area, something like that. Whether you had any target area or target group has been fixed or not, right? And then how many meetings you conducted? What is the outcome of that meeting? Right? And number of people participated. When you called, what is the total or approximate number of people in the youth group, youth women, in that area, how many women youths were there, and out of which how many members participated in your meeting, right? Whether your fair enough representations were there from the young women or not, right? So that you could understand the real problem from them. And then how it has been built, and then at the last you have come out with the society, So as a case study, it is very good. And you have successfully established a cooperative. There is no doubt at all. But when it comes to the question of research, right? So what is the objective of it? What is the problem you identified? What is the methodology you have come out with that? Then how you solved that issue? So that structure must be there, so that it will be replicated. Or supposing if somebody wanted to do it in the other places, so this will be a learning value for the others also.
I think, the methodology aspect, I think you have interviews, interactions, you have taken all these recourse to all these things, but literature review or something that I think that is a missing link. And another aspect is that, do you think that your study has a wider applicability? What is the application part? Can it be replicated elsewhere? I feel that it has got application, but I want to know from your perspective that how it can be applied to in other areas.
Very good case study. I think, sir, numbers of indicators included in the mentioned in the case study. But I think, sir, the case study and research study slightly different. For example, now it is a case study. How to convert it in the research study? You started in month March, and contact the 100 women in the village, 50 women come out for attending the program. And A village, B village, C village, somewhere 50, from somewhere 30, somewhere 60, somewhere here. It is the data. And only 10% out of that, they take the action and started some cooperatives, involved some cooperative, associated cooperatives. And 50 turnout, and after the 50, 10% associated with the cooperative. After 1 year, we again started the same activities, and the 80% approach and 80% women attended the program, and 20% associated the cooperative. This is the research. After the efforts, the impact is this. So, case study, what is situation that, and right, this at present. And research study, why? So this the very best. I think it is a case study is very nice. No problem. Numbers of lessons can learn from the case studies. Numbers of lessons can learn. And research studies may be slightly different. Slightly different.
Okay, we are having a conference on cooperatives and SDGs. So, since your work is on the women cooperative, you can actually relate whatever the information that you have with SDG 5, gender equality. Okay, it relates to that. Fine. And there you have 9 targets and 14 indicators in SDG 5, gender equality. So you can actually, with all the information that you have, map it with SDG 5. Within SDG 5, हर एक SDG में there are targets and indicators. And map it, it will come out to be a very good work. Okay?
Should I answer now? Yeah. Of course, it's a case study is one of the very powerful tool of research. And I come from a research background, and we sometimes create one case study which can be replicated because it has all the elements of replication across the geography. Because we have the methodology, it's a pure qualitative research method, which I told that it's subjective participant observation, and what the participant is thinking about, her hopes, aspirations, her way forward, that being categorized, which in the paper, and the hopes and aspiration we have categorized, like as these young women come from the second generation of Seva bands, because they are informal women worker whose mother or aunts are engaged in informal sector worker, like maybe handicraft worker, home care worker, they are running kitchen at some place, construction workers, but the second generation has become aspirational. That's how the need has come from. The need has come from the second generation of Seva employees, yeah, Seva bands. And our goal is that we work for the informal sector women in Ahmedabad. And that's the geography. To be qualified as a case study, you should have a geographical definition. That geographical definition is Ahmedabad, Gujarat. The tools we have used is participant observation. Participant observation is a tool of ethnography. So that's research. And we have in-depth interviews, that key informant interviews. These are like our program manager, coordinators, area mobilizers. And how we organize. Organization and mobilization are the two techniques of bringing youngs together. That has been the techniques has been used for last 50 years by Seva. Perhaps until and unless you bring people to a single platform, it's very difficult to take it forward. If we are like very fragmented, even if atoms are very fragmented, that's not powerful. If the atoms are segregated, focused, they are become powerful. And every atom must has a mitochondria or a nucleus. And the Seva and Seva Cooperative Federation has been the nucleus of informal sector women workers in Gujarat, especially in Ahmedabad, especially in the informal old city of Gujarat, Ahmedabad, where the intervention has been really very less. The governmental intervention, oh no, I'm not in that position to say that maybe they have not assessed the public uh, utilities or few things are being lacking. So we, from the federation and Seva family, it's our work to visit them, and we have a team of researchers. We visit there, identify the problems based on the problems which is emerging from the ground. We must be knowing that grounded approach theory. It's a very valid research technique. Ground approach theory. Then it becomes snowballing. Like I come from a very qualitative research background, so I can think, I can be in a position to validate or can bring evidence that it's a research paper which can be replicated in any place among the youngsters who are very different hopes and aspirations, who are inclined to explore knowledge-based economy. Like from very traditional economy, we are transitioning to them to a knowledge-based economy, which is a generational shift for the Seva bands. Our university is Seva bands. We are not like very much focused, like every research has its limitations. Like our study is very much limited to the 1.8 million women workers for whom we are working.
Right, madam, right. We appreciate the effort you have made and also the research background. So our simple question is this: one, who are your target group? Right. First question. Second one is that what is the universe size? Right.
That's there.
No. What is the size?
That universe size is 770.
Yeah. What's the number?
770.
Yeah, you have mentioned it.
Yes,
Right.
there.
Right. What is the number of people participated in the meetings? All those things.
770 women were mobilized.
All 100%.
Yes, we are like we have five different areas of Ahmedabad which is being marked for our area meeting.
Right. So supposing if you are convinced, it's okay then. So your target group is 770. All 770 participated, and then based on the interaction and observation, you came out with the cooperatives. That's okay then. And where the snowballing technique came. No, because when there are two things: random sampling, non-random sampling. Normally, we say when you know the universe, there is no need for going to snowball technique, right? When you know the target, you say 770 or 770. That is census method. All 770 cube, right? There is no need for snowballing because unless you know the target group or you know the respondents, then you have to go for snowball technique, right?
No, I differ. In qualitative research, the end doesn't matter. If one significant case study has the potential of bringing something very different, that's how the snowballing is done. Like there is N is more like very quantitative thing. Qualitative is like how we reached at 700. It's an ongoing process. We like keep on moving, visiting the areas and bring like the main criteria is like those who want to come forward and associated with a very different knowledge-based economy or different type of work they want to do, and the program tip helps them to link the livelihood opportunities or skill enhancement or the requirement of the participant depends. There is nothing like universal key, you need this. It's not an intervention focused, it's a mobilization focused program.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. But the sir was talking about maybe not that he was talking. When you know your university, sometime, then you don't have to go for snowball technique. Yes, sir. This is what he meant. So, of course, case studies are very good research tool, and I agree to you in this aspect. But what is specified was that some kind of some kind of research question should have been answered. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next in line, we have Dr. Vishnu Jayamanan, who will be talking about youth cooperative society and urban waste management while we Vishnu Jain.
Shall I start? Good afternoon to the distinguished panel, my co-researchers and representatives from NCUI. I'm Dr. Vishnu Menon from Kerala. I'm basically a social scientist and have dedicated my last 10 years for developing sustainable community-based projects on solid waste management and responsible tourism. My doctoral research at University of Kerala has focused on municipal solid waste management and provided a strong foundation for my work. Today, I will be presenting my research on Vibeco's Ponnurini model, a compelling case study illustrating the power of a youth cooperative in achieving multiple sustainable goals through a novel solid waste management project. So talking about White Coast is one among the 29 youth cooperative societies formed in 2001 in Kerala as part of state government's 100-day action plan to promote entrepreneurship and employment among youth. My paper directly addresses the conference's central theme, the pivotal role of cooperatives in achieving the sustainable development goals. Through my study, I was able to understand that the solid waste management model devised by White Coast makes significant contribution to five major sustainable goals directly. Before going to my presentation, I will just point out that Sustainable Development Goal 1, no poverty, through creation of sustainable employment opportunities, significantly reducing poverty and inequality within a community. Sustainable Development Goal 3, good health and well-being, through improvement of sanitation and control of environmental health risk, further creating healthier living conditions. Sustainable Development Goal 8, decent work and economic growth, through generating substantial and sustainable employment through the creation of opportunities providing decent work-life conditions and fair wages for waste management workers. Sustainable Development Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities through implementation of a highly effective and sustainable waste management system, improving cities' overall environment health and promoting sustainable urban development. And now finally, Sustainable Development Goal 13, that is climate action through environment sound waste management practices, including composting, significantly reducing greenhouse gas emissions and promoting carbon sequestration. So to my presentation, now I will delve into the project, highlighting its potential for replication and scaling as a model for sustainable development in other urban contexts worldwide. So urban waste challenges and growing crisis. I think all here will be well aware of the cities, which the main problem faced by cities now, urban rapid urbanization and waste management crisis. Due to time limitations, I am not going in depth into explaining this thing. And now coming to Indian scenario, the solid waste management and municipal bodies. According to 12th schedule of Indian Constitution, the entire responsibility of keeping clean a municipal area and the entire waste management responsibilities lies within the hands of municipal bodies. But due to many factors, from inadequate financial capital to institutional weakness, use of any problem? Oh, so sorry. Use of unsuitable technology, transportational issues, fewer disposal alternatives, lack of civic consciousness. Municipal bodies across India are facing severe problems in management of solid waste, and the impacts are huge, which I have mentioned in my slides. Please go through it. They have infographic visuals, so without without me telling, you will be able to find that in the slide. I am not taking so much time in describing this issue. You will be well aware of what India is facing currently from solid waste management issues. And now youth sustainable development and waste management. An estimated 1/3 of world's population is under the age of 20, making the major beneficiaries of today's planned waste management system. Involving youth at the forefront of waste management is crucial. The United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development emphasizes strengthening youth participation to support the Sustainable Development Initiative, including waste management. Empowering youth in this sector is essential as their energy, creativity, and dedication can significantly impact a healthy and sustainable future. And now coming to the Millennium Development Goals, it reports the highlights to need developed sectors capable of absorbing youth to address unemployment. Sustainable waste management can create new opportunities for entrepreneurships and job creations by involving youth in the process. By ensuring the participation of self-help groups, youth groups, small entrepreneurs, the waste management sectors can become self-sustaining and economically viable. Now coming to cooperative sector and waste management, giving a global review, notable cooperative efforts from across uh, some, uh, can you please do it for me? Yeah, there are many notable, sorry for the inconvenience caused in between. There are notable efforts across the world which can be documented by researchers from the cooperative sector. One of such I mentioned in my slide, which is from Kenya, Nakuru Waste Collectors and Recyclable Management Cooperative Societies. They are doing a wonderful job in Kenya through composting and sale of manure. And International Labour Office highlights cooperatives' role in integrating waste pickers into formal waste management system, particularly in Latin America and South Asia. Significant contributions from Indian cooperatives such as Khagat Kach, Patra, Kashtagari, Panchayat, Swachh, and Self-Employed Women's Association, SEVA, enhance cooperations with municipal bodies and bolster other local organizations in efforts for municipal waste management. Now, youth cooperative societies. In my state, Kerala, in the year 2021, 29 youth cooperative societies were formed for promoting entrepreneurship and employment among the youth. And one such is Vibeco's. Vibeco's main focus is on developing innovative projects in the areas of social waste management, organic farming, sustainable tourism, and e-governance. We have another unique feature. Our membership bar is 45 years. Now coming to the research question, how can youth cooperative societies effectively contribute to urban municipal solid waste management, and what impact do they have on employment generation and on community welfare? Now significance of the study. The study intends to showcase a youth cooperative model in devising workable indigenous solutions in the field of municipal solid waste management. The study showcases how youth cooperative societies can help to create sustainable employment models in the field of municipal solid waste management by creating decent work environment and justifiable pays for waste management workers. The study emphasizes to offer a practical model for municipal bodies in engaging youth cooperatives in addressing solid waste management issues. The study summarizes a decentralized, socio-economic and environment-friendly solid waste management prototype for municipal bodies. Now comes to methodology. The study thoroughly examines the Punvirni model solid waste management planned and implemented at the heart of Kochi city by Vibe Coast in association with Kochi Corporation and Heal Punvirni, a community-based organization which was constituted under the guidance of Vibe Coast itself. Additionally, the investigation seeks to honor the employment generation and community welfare components of Punvirni model. Hence, it is the best to conceive the study as an ethnography, employing an inventory paradigm to capture and interpret the experiences, knowledge, and perception of the stakeholders associated with the project. This includes residents of the locality who are primary stakeholders of the project, as well as the affected party of Cochin Municipal Solid Waste Management issue. Other stakeholders under the study includes White Post personnel, local leaders, waste management workers, KMC health wing officials, and technical experts associated with the project. So as part of the study, in under primary data collection, qualitative data collection was collected through employing participatory rural appraisal. And under that, we did a resource mapping. We created a historical timeline for problem and project evaluation. We done a daily routine analysis of waste management occurs before the waste issue and after the creation of the model. We did focus group discussion with waste management workers and community members, and in-depth interviews were conducted with ward councillors, project head of White Coast, former junior health inspector, and municipal officials. And now welcome to the Kochi, the problem area. Kochi, one of the Kerala's largest and most densely populated cities, is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, diversity, and also rapid urbanization and increasing environment challenges. Kochi faces several issues from congested roadways, insufficient drinking water, increased air, water, and noise pollution, improper municipal solid waste management. So coming to Brahmapuram Organic Waste Management Treatment Plant, the entire Kochi city's waste near and the waste from the nearby 5 municipal bodies and 2 panchayats was being managed in this plant. Due to pure infrastructure leakage issues, leakage issues, and occasional fires, Brahmapuram was always in paper till 2023. And on March 23, ultimately a fire entirely engulfed the plant, and the entire waste management of Kochi Municipal Corporation came to a standstill. Now in the slides you can see the pictures which were clicked during the disaster. Firefighters of aerial fire tenders from Indian Air Force and Indian Navy, and the entire city was engulfed in thick smog. It was often referred in newspapers as Chernobyl of Kerala. Now coming to Brahmapuram tragedy and White Coast intervention. In the first week of April 2023, the White Coast team, in collaboration with Kochi Corporation and Division Councillor, conducted an entire field study in Pondicherry. Now why Pondicherry? Pondicherry is a center part of Kochi, the most urbanized and most densely populated area. So creating an alternative mechanism on a warfoot basis was so need of that day. But the White Coast team was, along with corporation team, was not able to find a single spot in the city to manage the waste. Finally, a unique site was identified. Kochi is known for its flyovers, and beneath the NH47 flyover, which is passing through Pondicherry, the White Coast team found a place for creating a miniature waste management plan with procedure clear and secured through the project, and the project was named as Heal Pondicherry. Heal Pondicherry, Heal Pondicherry. Heal Pondicherry represents health, environment, agriculture, and livelihood. White Coast register. Oh my God. Members and the division officers. So this was the start of the project. White Coast team formed a Heal Pondicherry society, and under this bridge in the center portion of the Pondicherry, a waste management plan was created. And the entire finance for this project was found from CSR, which was mobilized through Cochin Shipyard and Bima Medimix, a private company. And of course, the entire areas waste management need to be conducted in this area. Yeah, there. So I will play a video. So through that video, I can explain that. This was the project location. It's not moving. Here it is moving. So in Pondicherry, there were about 766. Next slide. It won't move. 76 houses. We collected the entire waste from that area, and we brought that waste to this bins. And this technology was taken from a farmer in Maharashtra called Narayan Diothav Pandari Pandey, and this technology was called NADP composting. And for that, this need huge quantity of inoculum, and by seeing the novelty of the project, a patented company from Tamil Nadu provided inoculum for us to perform this composting. And the non-biodegradable waste was brought by the waste management workers to this facility, and we segregated it there, tied with scrap workers, and the recyclables were sold to them, and the rejects were handed to Clean Kerala company. And this is the multi-stakeholder metrics of the project. Under UN Agenda 21 refers to building frameworks for solid waste management through sustainable approach in a mutually supportive and participatory manner. In line with Agenda 21 reference, the residents of Pondicherry were brought together to form Heal Pondicherry Society to manage the solid waste management project and conduct extensive awareness programs in Pondicherry. Apart from the residents of Pondicherry, the model also included Kochi Corporation, the councillor, and the health office staff to extend support and enforcement mechanism. Informal waste collectors who were once collecting informal waste from the houses informally were formalized and were termed as green technicians for conducting field level activities, and White Coast took the role of technical consultant. And here are the informal waste collectors who were termed into green technicians. And green technicians of this project have received specialized training and are equipped with digital tools to enhance their efficiency and use of fee collection. This initiative has also involved in collection of critical data laying in the groundwork of successful launch of the project. By formalizing the roles, White Coast not only empowered these workers, but also elevated the overall waste management system in the municipal ward. And ultimately, the ward's organic waste was brought to this facility. We conducted intensive composting, and the result of composting is organic manure. Ponurani, once sprayed by piles of garbage, is now pursuing carbon neutral initiatives through soil composting, resulting in substantial organic manure production. This process promotes carbon fixation and reduces methane emission, elevating the initiative significance globally. The White Coast Ponurani model supports organic farming through decentralized community composting, which not only advances sustainable agriculture, but also enhances carbon fixation. Similar successful examples where we can see in internet, which is happening in Alaris municipality in Spain, which is demonstrating high quality compost production. Now we have integrated, our society has integrated IT to this waste management model. A standard feature of this project was the IT integration, spearheaded by our White Coast's IT wing. This technological support ensured smooth implementation by facilitating remote monitoring of all project activities. From user fee collection to salary disbursement through White Coast dashboard was managed by the Hill Ponurani Society, which was a community-based organization formed by White Coast themselves. And this is the historical timeline of White Coast Ponurani model. On March 3rd, 2023, the entire waste management of Kochi came to a standstill due to Brahmapuram fire. By August 2023, White Coast initiated a pilot project. That is, within 2 months, in a matter of 5 months' time, the entire project was started. And now this is during the focus group discussion, we conducted a daily routine analysis of the waste management workers before the White Coast model and after the White Coast model. Before the White Coast model, they were just mere informal waste collectors having about 6,000 or 7,000 rupees in hand at the end of the month. But due to the White Coast project, their minimum salary is 25,000 and the entire data is available in White Coast digital repository. And now coming Hill Ponurani project is designed to be self-sustaining without reliance on Cochin municipality support, corporation support. In addition to user fee collection, the project generates revenue through sale of recyclables, sale of manures, sale of vegetables. And the minimum salary of green technician is assured for 25,000 per month. They themselves will collect the waste, they themselves will compose the waste, they themselves will sell the recyclables, and they themselves will perform agriculture, and they will themselves will sell their products, and they will take the income from that. They have a common account for that. And this is the media. We in earlier days we can't imagine having food inside a waste management plant. Kerala's annual festival Onam was conducted inside this plant, and the entire ward people had South Indian delicious sadhya inside the waste management plant. The plant doesn't have even a single small spell or maggot issue. And this is the photos, and this is a Swachh Bharat Abhiyan award which we received as part of this project. Please, next slide. So as part of Swachhata Hi Seva, next slide. And we got empaneled as Kerala government's service provider for NADP composting projects. Kerala Central Secretariat, Kerala Government Secretariat gave us a project for composting their food waste inside their premise, and Thiruvananthapuram Corporation in the capital of Kerala gave their inflated waste management to us, waste management plan to us, and asked us to replicate the model in their waste management plant itself, and we were completely successful in that. And in conclusion, the White Coast-led intervention in Ponurani showcases the remarkable power of youth cooperatives in tackling urban waste management. By promoting sustainable job opportunities, this project was significantly enhanced community welfare, demonstrating a model that is both cooperative and collaborative. With a focus on efficiency and sustainability, White Coast implements advanced techniques for waste collection, segregation, recycling, and organic farming, ensuring minimal environmental impact. The project's success has led to improved health and hygiene for residents while also boosting local economy. Along with the principles of health, environment, agriculture, and livelihood, which is key, White Coast not only address the challenges of waste management but also promotes organic practices and reduce greenhouse emissions. The Ponurani initiatives exemplify how localized solutions can successfully address global urban challenges, setting a benchmark for innovative cooperative approaches that align with UN sustainable development goals. In conclusion, this model can be considered as a shining example of how youth cooperatives can drive positive change in urban environments, making sustainable living a reality in communities anywhere. And at the final note, I want to just say something which I used to deliver as the end note for the sessions which I take in colleges. The concept which was imagined in Trivandrum, support from Maharashtra, biotechnology support from Tamil Nadu, and was implemented in Kochi, a truly Atmanirbhar project for SDG in waste management for cooperatives. Thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity to present this presentation in front of this wonderful delegation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful presentation. It shows how a youth can change the entire society.
I have
don't have to put the-
those few videos also. I will personally make
If you want to show it, you can show it now.
but the video is not coming.
We have 5 more minutes. You can show it.
Yeah, we conducted a test in National Institute of Science and Technology in Trivandrum, a central premier institute. They said that methane emission is nil and carbon emission is 0.02. And we have got the reports as well. We submitted that to Swachh Bharat mission. That's why we received that award. Yeah, the analysis technology they has is only for methane and carbon dioxide, which is the most vulnerable gases as far as the society is concerned. If we are getting much technological support from NCUI through reach the advanced level of technical organizations, we will be able to conduct advanced studies also. As of now, through central government machineries, we were able to assess methane and carbon dioxide. Yeah, it was tested. It was tested in this NIST itself and in Karnataka's agriculture laboratory, and every parameter was sufficed. And they have started branding the manure in Heel Ponnurumi, and it's having great market in Kochi itself. In Trivandrum also, the similar initiative has started, and Haritakarma Sena, that is what we call the green technicians in Malayalam, they are getting a good revenue from the sale of manure. Yes, sir. Pardon? Yeah, I have in my this thing is also I have provided the facts I have mentioned in slide. If I get my laptop, I will now show the video.
Question, sir? Okay, to ask question. Okay, first
Yeah,
you see the video.
this is the Ponnurumi flyover and it's in white level part of Kochi, and this is where the waste of an entire municipal was being managed. This is the BOV vehicles which we obtained through CSR funds, and this entire facility also was constructed by public CSR funds. We reduced the dependence on the municipal corporation because all the municipal corporations job is to do this waste management. So if that waste management activity given us to us, the ourselves will find investment and it also this waste management activity. This is the composting which we have carried out inside this facility, and this is the manual. 30 composting tanks was able to develop under inside a single flyover. Just one portion of the flyover. This was a preliminary kind of housing farm. This was actually taken from the news report. Thank you.
Yeah, madam, it's one of a very good successful story we can say.
Thanks, sir.
By the Vibocos. A few things for clarification.
Okay.
You say that Vibocos Ponnurani model, because you are familiar with the places and other things, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Kochi is one thing you are mentioning.
Yeah.
Second one is Ponnurani.
Sir,
Third one
Ponnurani is inside Kochi. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Third one is the Vatiyur Kavu. Isn't it? All these are in Kochi city itself, or it is nearby place? What is that?
Sir, Vibocos full name is Vaturka Youth Brigade Entrepreneurs Cooperative Society. That's the Vaturka.
Vaturka means what is it?
Vaturka is a place name.
Where is it? It is in
It
Kochi.
is in Trivandrum. It is our youth cooperative's name is Vaturka Youth Brigade Entrepreneurs Cooperative Society. That is Vibocos.
So that is in Trivandrum.
Yeah, due to this pronunciation difficulty only, I am using the short form white course.
No, that's it. And now, why they call Punnurani?
Model, Ponnurani is the central portion of Kochi.
Kochi.
Kochi, central portion of Kochi. This plant is situated in Ponnurani.
All right.
Yeah.
So it is not covering the entire Kochi.
No. It is not covering the entire Kochi. It is covering the central portion of the Kochi.
Right. Now, the Viber course basically is in Trivandrum. Whereas you have organized cooperative waste management system in Kochi.
Yeah, in Kochi.
Now, what is the area of operation? Then what they will do in the Kochi area? Now, for any cooperative, they have to have an area of operation. Right? So in that case, no way this Viber is related to Kochi.
No.
It is not full Kochi, only you are talking about Ponnurani.
Yeah.
So naturally, the people who are living in that Ponnurani own this cooperative and run it. Whereas you are a Viber course that is in Trivandrum, and then you are running a waste management project in Kochi. So how is it?
Yeah, so I mentioned.
Right.
Sir, I mentioned in the presentation that regarding Field Pioneering Society, White Coast conducted an intervention in the society through forming a community-based organization called Field Pioneering. And we have trained those societies, stakeholders in supervision of this project, in operating our IT software, and in sourcing the inoculum and in performing the solid waste management model. Actually, we were brought to this primarily as a crisis management through Kochi Corporation. We were based in Trivandrum. When the Brahmapuram Palace erupted, very next week, Kochi Corporation Secretary took our calls to the experts in waste management to give the immediate solution so which they can showcase to other municipal wards to tackle the waste in a detailed level.
Okay. So this Viber course has taken a project in Kochi. That's it. So you are not running it. Probably it will.
Now also we have a official technical consultant to the project. We are doing the IT integration. We are doing the quality checks and training to this small community-based organization called Heal Pundarani. In my we have 222 members. Yeah. All under the age of 45.
45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pardon, sir? Yeah, most of us are scientists, engineers, advocates, management professionals, policy advocates, and like that. Some college students are also there.
No. Viber course like Uralangal labor contract, where they take project in different places of Kerala.
Yeah.
You have also taken a project in Kochi. That's it.
Yeah. Uralangal is the labor.
That is it. You have taken project. You have taken a contract for waste management at Kochi.
Yeah.
No, but what is the area of operation of your cooperative as per your bylaws?
Our cooperative societies area of operation is Trivandrum, and as per the taking permission from Registrar of Cooperative Societies, we can operate in other districts. We are also running a tourism development project in Kochi itself now.
So what's happening, sir, generally, like these production cooperatives, no, they have a base in a certain village.
Yeah.
For example, Uralangal is the name of the village where the society is based.
Yeah.
In their case, because it is formed and promoted by government, so and the nature of the activities that they have, it's basically consulting support that they provide to various cooperatives and all. So their area of operation may also be whole of Kerala, because like in UP, we have got one science and technology cooperative registered. So because the nature of the work of the cooperative is providing consulting support. So they say that our membership as well as area of operation can be from anywhere from the state of Uttar Pradesh, because it's a primary production cooperative. Like
That is what. That is they got special permission from the society need to be.
Yes.
The area of operation and functioning operation are different. Area of operation means only we can admitted the member. Function of operation may be in anywhere of the country or not only country, abroad also. Then that is no problem.
because it is promoted by government. So even for the membership purpose, can be from anywhere.
The legally is right.
Another thing you said that for forming this one, you adopted participatory rural appraisal techniques, all those things. Where you did this one?
Inside
But another thing you say that it is adopted in a single day participatory rural appraisal. What is that?
Yeah, single day means morning, these waste management workers were, after their work, they came to the facility. We conducted a resource mapping to understand the vicinity. It's a participatory program. Then the focus group discussion was conducted. In the,
Yeah, just one by one, because focus group is different and
Yeah,
PRA technique is different. Don't put together everything. So this PRA, you know, PRA, we did it one day.
one day.
How many people were there? You know, participants, including.
In FGD, is
No,
PRA, PRA.
I'm talking about
PRA, the field community stakeholders, the chief office bearers and waste management workers.
No, public must also be taken care, you know, because they only know that how it has to be done.
Field community stakeholders are the residents of Pundirani.
How many residents, I mean, how many houses are there?
1,736.
How many were there when you conducted this PRA?
Conducted only 6 members were there.
How is it done?
Because it's a ultra urbanized area, we won't be able to get these people when we call
No,
for.
you have 1,500 houses and you have got only 6 people were there.
Yeah.
And with that, how you computed?
Resource mapping, that was one of the
PRA technique, when you are adopting, you have to have all the people.
Mhm.
They have to come out with what is the problem I have and then how it can be solved. And they themselves have to come out with the solution.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
And then when you have 1,500, you have gone only with 6.
Mhm.
How is it scientific?
Due to the limitations are.
You want to say something? Now, how you are
That
saying
was
that
what
it is PRA, then that is one thing. Right, that's like my idea. You say that focus group discussion, you know?
Yeah.
How many were there and how you conducted this focus group?
Focus group and the discussion was 12 waste management workers. 12 waste management workers.
Waste management group.
Yeah, waste
How
management.
many are there totally?
12.
Only 12.
Yeah, 12. It's
So what is the area of operation? 1,500 houses only.
1,736.
1,736.
736. Houses, waste management workers number is 12.
No, 1,500 or 1,750?
1,736.
Oh, 1,736. Earlier you said 1,500, you know.
I was mentioned in the slide.
Just now I asked you, right?
Yeah.
So this has to be rectified. You
Yeah,
cannot-
rectified.
No, PRA cannot be conducted with only 6.
Mhm.
When you have 1,736 numbers
Mm.
and everyone's participation is required, and based on which only you can just go further.
Mhm. Sir, the thing is that the PRA was conducted.
Right, this is it. I mean,
One just small clarification. The Hill Pondicherry Society has just only 21 members selected from the residents of Pondicherry. From
sir,
that, the PRA was conducted.
you are creating a system, a waste management system for 1,736 families.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
And they should know that what they want.
Okay, okay.
And they should tell what they have to do, what they wanted to get from the your why because of that. Right?
Yes.
So with 6 people you cannot do anything.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
One question we also have. You were talking about green workers, right?
Yeah, great.
Are they your members?
Yeah,
Are they your members?
no, they are not. They are CBOs members. We created a Hill Pondicherry sub-society, and they are being members to that CBO convention. They are being put in the, pardon, ma'am?
About the charges of the work, the charges for that.
Yeah, they are getting paid. We are not taking any money from them. The entire USFE collection is going to Food Conservancy's account. And the entire manual sale, entire vegetable sale, the entire retailerable sale, money is going to their account. And they have office bearers. They, at the beginning of the month, by looking at the attendance, looking at the performance, they will dispose the salary. And throughout continuously for 8 to 9 months, the salary was 25,000. That's what I mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more thing, your objective was to bring out the model,
Yeah.
then how it has impacted the waste management, and then how it has improved the community outreach and the youth employment. You were talking like that, okay? It's a very good model, of course, the innovative model. But these 3 aspects, community impact, of course, you have showed it. Impact comes after 3 years, but still you are trying to show some kind of result. That is fine.
Yeah.
But where did you show the employment generation aspect? Where did you show the outreach aspect? You didn't show that. So part of your objective is not done.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
How things that is it a pilot project for Vibocos?
Yeah, it was a pilot project. Now,
So you have not implemented there in Trivandrum nearby.
Trivandrum means in the implementation stage, we have started.
This is the first one you have implemented.
Punjari was the first one.
So in your place, you wanted to see the success of this Vaibhav.
Sure, sir.
And then you wanted to implement it.
Whenever you are coming to Trivandrum, please give me a call.
Another thing is that you can take the example of Pune.
Yeah.
Entire Pune municipality
Yes,
is
yes.
run by.
Entirely managed through cooperatives. Yeah.
One more observation I have, you were showing the methodology, you have done PRA,
Yeah.
then the resource mapping, then the focus group discussion, and then last you have come up with a detailed interview. This is your the data collection method.
Yeah, one secondary data also from our software. We have
Okay.
a digital software to get these facts correct.
But PRA, in PRA itself, you wouldn't be able to do the resource mapping?
Resource mapping would just
Would it be able to engage into the society?
Pune society is formed by the municipal councillor as a chairman.
Okay, so
And selected residents as the representatives of this community.
Okay.
The issue is Kochi is that Kochi is too urbanized. We won't get them into this waste management plan. So the Hill Pundari society is represented by the representatives of this community. We just called them for this resource mapping.
To everyone presenting, I just want to give few suggestions. See, when we are presenting, I specifically told in my mail that we need research questions. When we give research questions, based on that research question, every research question will convert into an objective. Objective will convert into research question, and then for every research question or maybe coupling the research question, we need to have the methodology. And then what result that fetch. That is the research paper. You're coming up with very good case studies, but the research aspect is missing, both in your case also and your case also. So wonderful case studies, but this is the few achievement when you present a research paper. You need to have your questions done there intact, then the methodology, and then how you have used that methodology. If you're conducting some scale or some indexes, then how you have made that, and then how you collected the data, what result it fetched, what analysis you have used. This is the way you present the research paper. So this aspect is lagging. So just for information, we are not here to judge everyone. It's just a learning process. So just to tell everyone.
It's also good for us. Thank you for the valuable suggestions.
Yeah.
Also in my paper, my PhD was in municipal solid waste management models. This is not my PhD. No. I did my PhD in the year 2022. I completed.
Both Madam Selva case and yours is a very good case study, successful one. And that naturally have to be replicated in number of other places. It's a good thing.
In my paper,
for research presentation conference, it has to be modified.
Yeah. I have written that things in my paper. My paper is bit long. I informed madam, it's about 30 pages. I have detailed this concept there, but if I'm not the mark, I will definitely improve. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah.
Actually, this is the experimental field only cooperative, but it is a study and research in the actually agri field. Yeah, waste management.
Yeah.
And you only adopted the experimental or for collection the information only cooperative through cooperative. And it is a physical research oriented, not in data oriented. So it is very nice work, not only cooperative but for the bird also.
Thank you so much.
Very nice work.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
It is not a.
Right, please.
So, thank you for this is wind up for this session. I will request the chair to please summarize the session.
We have three paper presentations in this first session, and I think the time is running out. So we'll do the rest of the presentations tomorrow morning. And the first was on, cooperative societies in India, historical development, legislative framework, and the role as an effective wheel in implementing SDGs. So I think this paper has a wider applicability, and this is more relevant in the present context also. But because of the initiatives of the Ministry of Cooperation, so that is a very important area topical area which you have taken. But some of the, the terminology of the paper and all these things which the experts have said that, they need to be modified, and some of the areas also which they have said that, they need to be taken into account. So another two papers on Seva, and these two papers, they were basically a very good case studies also. But again, the research element, the research aspect was uh, missing in these two papers, this Seva and this waste management preliminary model. So thanks all of you. And tomorrow, I think Shrija will start the sessions.
Tomorrow morning, I'll start the session at 10, and we have 13 presentations to go. So don't be late, be on time. In fact, if everybody would have been there, I would have started at 9:30 only. But okay, 10 we'll start, we'll rush up with things. And tomorrow we'll have the valedictory session also, and we'll announce the top 3 presenters also. So looking forward for tomorrow. Please be here on time. Today we are